Hi everyone, I'm Kolade Oluwafemi Ahmed. Welcome to my channel. In our last class, we discussed optics. In today's class, we'll be looking at a topic called satellite. So sit back and enjoy the lesson. Let's go to class. Now we'll be looking at definition of satellite. A satellite is a man-made object or spacecraft that is intentionally placed in orbit around the celestial body, such as the Earth, for various purposes such as communication, weather monitoring, navigation, or scientific observation. Looking at the diagram beside, you'll be able to see some satellites in orbit revolving around the Earth, trying to perform their assignment. Next thing we'll be looking at is type of satellite. Types of satellite. There are two types of satellite. They are natural satellite, artificial satellite. Natural satellite, also known as moon, is a celestial body that orbits a planet, dwarf planet, or even an asteroid. Now, artificial satellites are human-made objects that are intentionally placed into orbit around the celestial body, typically the Earth. This is our main point, that is the artificial satellite. What we'll be looking at now is the types of satellite. Types of satellite. The following are different types of satellite: communication satellite, weather satellite, navigation satellite, that's the GPS, Earth observation satellite. Communication satellite are satellites designed and deployed in space to facilitate communication between different locations on Earth. This enabling various forms of communication such as television broadcasting, telephoning, among others. Weather satellite. They are satellites that are used to observe and monitor Earth weather pattern, atmospheric condition, and climatic change from space. They provide valuable data and images that helps meteorologists. Looking at the navigation satellite. This is the type of satellite designed to provide global positioning and navigation service to users on Earth. It transmits signals that can be reached by the GPS device on the Earth. Earth observation satellite. This is another special satellite designed and equipped to observe and monitor Earth's surface, that is the atmosphere, and other environmental parameters. Looking at the diagram beside, you see a satellite focusing on the Earth. I hope you are learning something. After looking at this type of satellite, the next we'll be looking at the component that comprises satellite we are talking about. The component put together to make it to function the way it functions. Satellites are built in such a way for it to remain in orbit to carry out its functions. The following are the key components of a satellite, to mention but few: satellite bus, payload, power system, communication system, altitude control system. The satellite bus, it is a core structure or platform of a satellite which provide the necessary infrastructure and support for its payload. Payload is the part of a satellite that carries out a purpose. That is the sensory purpose, the camera, and antenna. All these equipment or tools were being embedded in the payload. Power system. Power system, as name implies, this is a part of the satellite that powers the component. This includes solar panel that converts sunlight into electricity, which is stored in battery. Communication system. The communication system of a satellite is one of the crucial parts of the satellite that need to communicate with ground, station, and other satellites to transmit and receive data. This communication system consists of antenna, transmitter, receiver, and modulation. This is what transfer the code and decoding. Attitude control system. This part of the satellite that is used by the satellite to maintain a specific orientation or attitude in space. This system consists of thrust, reaction wheel, and gyroscope that help the satellite adjust its position and maintain stability in the orbit in which it is placed. Wow. Looking at the diagram beside, you will see a satellite in space, the part label, the solar array, the propellant tank, the low antenna, high antenna, among others. Now, I haven't observed all these concerning satellite. That is the type of satellite, a component of satellite. I believe you've learned something. I want to sit back and take this self as mention and explain three components of satellite. Elucidate on two types of satellite. In conclusion, satellites are artificial objects placed in orbit around celestial bodies, primarily Earth. They consist of several key components, including satellite bus, payload, power system, communication system, and attitude control system, and can be categorized into types such as communication satellite, weather satellite, navigation satellite, and Earth satellite. Thank you for your time. See you in next class.